The 5th Dragoon Guards was a cavalry regiment in the British Army, first raised in 1685 as the Duke of Shrewsbury's Regiment of Horse. It was renamed as the 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards in 1788 and as the 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards in 1804. It saw service for 2 centuries, including the First World War, before being amalgamated with the Inniskillings to form the 5th 6th Dragoons in 1922. History. The regiment was first raised by Charles Talbot, 1st Duke of Shrewsbury, as the Duke of Shrewsbury's Regiment of Horse in 1685, as part of the response to the Monmouth Rebellion by the regimenting of various independent troops, and was ranked as the 6th Regiment of Horse. It fought at the Battle of the Boyne in July 1690 and the Siege of Limerick in August 1691 during the Williamite War in Ireland. It was part of the covering force at the Siege of Namur in 1695 during the 9 Years' War and then fought at the Battle of Blenheim in August 1704, the Battle of Ramillies in May 1706 and the Battle of Malplaquet in September 1709 during the War of the Spanish Succession. In 1746 the regiment was transferred to the Irish establishment, where it was ranked as the 2nd Regiment of Horse, and transferred back to the British establishment in 1788 as the 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards. It charged the French and made them to fall back at the Battle of Beaumont in April 1794 during the French Revolutionary Wars. The regiment went on to fight at the Battle of Arklow, where it charged the rebels on the 9th of June 1798. The Battle of Vinegar Hill on the 21st of June 1798 and the Battle of Ballinamuck in September 1798 during the Irish Rebellion. In 1804 it took the title 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards for Princess Charlotte. It saw action at the Battle of Salamanca in July 1812, Battle of Vittoria in June 1813 and Battle of Toulouse in April 1914 during the Napoleonic Wars. It also took part in the charge of the Heavy Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava in October 1854 during the Crimean War and in the Battle of Abu Klea in January 1885 during the Mahdiist War. The regiment saw action at the Battle of Elandslaagte and the Battle of Lombard's Kop in October 1899 during the Anglo-Boer War. It landed in France at the outbreak of the First World War as part of the 1st Cavalry Brigade in the 1st Cavalry Division on 16 August 1914 for service on the Western Front. After the war, it retitled as 5th Dragoon Guards in 1921, and was amalgamated with the Inniskillings to form the 5th 6th Dragoons the following year. Battle Honours. The regiment's battle honours were as follows: Early Wars, Blenheim, Ramillies, Oudenarde, Malplaquet, Beaumont, Salamanca, Vittoria, Toulouse, Peninsula, Balaclava, Sevastopol, Defence of Ladysmith, South Africa 1899–1902. The Great War, Mons, Locato, Retreat from Mons, Mon 1914 in 1914, Le Bassée 1914, Messy 1914, Armentières 1914, Ypres 1914, 15, Bellewaerde, Somme 1916, Flers-Courcelette, Arras 1917, Scarpe 1917, Cambrai 1917, 18, Street, Quentin, Rosiers, Amiens, Albert 1918, Hindenburg Line, St. Quentin Canal, Beaurevoir, Pursuit to Mons, France and Flanders 1914–18. Colonels of the regiment have been as follows: 1685 Duke of Shrewsbury's Horse, 1685 Charles Talbot, 12th Earl of Shrewsbury, Duke of Shrewsbury's Horse, 1687 Marmaduke Langdale, 2nd Baron Langdale, Langdale's Horse, 1687 Richard Hamilton, Hamilton's horse. 1688 John Coy, Coy's horse. 1697 Charles Butler, 1st Earl of Arran, Arran's horse. 1703 William Cadogan, 1st Earl Cadogan, Cadogan's horse. 1712 George Kelham, Kelham's horse. 1717 Robert Napier, Napier's horse. 1740 Clement Neville, Neville's horse. 1744 Richard Temple, 1st Viscount Cobham, Cobham's horse. 1745 Thomas Wentworth, Wentworth's horse. 1747 Thomas Bligh, Bligh's horse. 1751 2nd Regiment of Horse. 1758 John Waldegrave, 3rd Earl Waldegrave. 1760 Hon. John Fitzwilliam. 1788 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards. 1789 John Douglas. 1790 Thomas Bland. 1804 5th Regiment of Dragoon Guards. 1816 Prince Leopold Georg Christian Friedrich of Saxe-Saalfeld-Coburg. 1823 5th Dragoon Guards. 1831 Sir John Slade. 1859 James Brunel, 7th Earl of Cardigan. 1860 Hon. Sir James York Scarlett. 1871 Richard Parker. 1885 Sir Thomas Westrop McMahon. 1892 Somerset Gough Calthorpe, 7th Baron Calthorpe. 1912 Richard Temple Godwin. 1912 William Edward Marsland. 1920 Sir George Tom Molesworth Bridges.